Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
Feels good, doesn't it? Welcome to it. 888-900-3393. You got anything on your mind you want to share with us? I'd love to hear from you. Man, I was up early this morning, like at 1, because I can't sleep, which is a pretty common occurrence lately.
Welcome.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez.
So I didn't want to come in yet. You know, it would have been sort of stupid. So I turned on that documentary on Netflix.
That's always the end of a sentence to him when he says, "I turned on
a documentary on Netflix," and it was the remember the Malaysian Flight 370 that disappeared, just vanished from the face of the earth.
I think we have found.
It's a
bits
three-parter.
and pieces of it, right?
Yeah, supposedly, I don't know. You watch the three-parter, and they talk about debris washing up at Madagascar.
Yeah,
remember that?
Yeah.
And then there's another woman, an American, who tapped into a satellite, and she claims to have found debris all over the place. Yeah. And nobody would listen to her. She's like, "Look, this is plain debris."
Yes.
But they never found it, physically. She just saw it on the satellite and then compared it to the plane. Sure, it looked like debris. But I don't know.
Wow.
Toward the end, you got people, these Frenchies, got a French journalist and a French husband, I think, of one of the passengers, that are blaming us.
Uh-oh.
Like we shot it down.
Okay.
We shot it down.
Does he have a theory to why we shot it down?
Yes, there's a reason.
Did we have some lady on the plane that we wanted to get rid of?
Spoiler
Was there a Clinton? Was there a Clinton person on the plane?
So
I'll believe anything about this government anymore.
I know.
There's a new death on the Clinton list, by the way.
I know. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to it.
Never heard that.
Awesome.
Yeah. So there were supposedly electronics in the cargo on the plane. Now,
the top secret stuff.
Yeah, and they were going to China.
Okay.
So the destination was Beijing. We didn't want them to have that. And so AWACS planes jammed their signal. This is the theory. Right. Jammed their signal and told them to land. And the pilot said no. Well, that's stupid. I'd
have to see this.
Because wouldn't you be warned? Well, if you don't land, you're going to be shot down.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not sure who you think
and then you keep
are
going?
there, Malaysian pilot, but you might as well bring this thing down.
If you're shot down, there's still debris, right?
Exactly.
So
it would have been scattered all over the place.
You know where it is, right?
And we would have found it.
You know where it is. You're a big fan of the show Lost. That plane ended up over on that island.
Right.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
I don't know where that thing is.
Oh, man.
Nobody does. And it's really interesting. I mean, it's almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
9 years, since almost exactly 9 years.
So, I mean, we just blew it out of the sky and it disintegrated. So that's awesome.
Because there were electronics on it. You couldn't, I don't know, if you knew about that and you knew they were being loaded, why didn't you stop it before it got off the ground?
We needed to take it down over the ocean so no one could find it.
Is that
yes?
Right. Okay. Because a missile would have scattered that debris everywhere, and you would have known. Mm-hmm. Plus, you would have known it was a missile because there'd be burned, wreckage. You can tell when a missile takes something down.
Can you?
Yeah, you can.
Can you?
Yes.
All right.
Unless we have stealth missiles now that leave no trace.
Well, almost.
That I don't know about.
We almost did. Nord Stream 2. But anyway.
I doubt that was a missile, though. Was that a missile?
It was the sonic thing.
Yeah.
It was the sound wave,
yes.
That triggered the
I thought we decided that it was dolphins.
That they planted. Oh, yeah, Russia trained dolphins to sabotage their pipeline. How quickly I forgot that theory. Thank you, Jeffy.
So interesting, though. Others blame the Russians. I don't know why the Russians would do that.
Did they have electronics on the plane, too?
But do you remember 4 months after Malaysian Flight 370 disappeared, they did shoot down a Malaysian flight in Ukraine. Remember that?
I do.
Yes.
4 months later.
Yep.
So then they tried to tie that together. So it's the Russians doing these. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what happened?
So
but
you've
really
ended
weird.
the three-part. documentary.
And you
you're
still don't
no
know.
farther ahead.
That's right.
Further ahead.
That's exactly
farther ahead,
right. I don't know anything more than I knew going in.
Yeah. And I'm with you, Jeffy. Further, farther, whatever. I mean, just, you know what I'm saying.
We're still not ahead.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're no further ahead.
I want to see this, man. It sounds good.
Yeah, it is good. You should, I mean, I'd recommend it.
It's good enough.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait a minute. When has someone's description of a show been good enough for Jeffy? You've seen them all.
This one?
Yeah.
Did you guys
You're
watch
just not
the
into documentaries?
I just can't. What am I going to sit through the Malaysian plane searching for it?
Yes.
I already know. We found a couple of pieces and we don't know where it's at.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, if I had people on that flight, I'd be pissed too.
Absolutely, 100%.
Of course.
100%. I feel really bad for those people.
Yeah, the family members are pissed. It was all handled poorly.
Because the people on the plane, I'm guessing, had no idea that we were trying to smuggle electronics into China.
Right, that's right.
So
it wasn't their fault.
Right.
It wasn't their fault.
Casualties of war.
And I don't know. Are they really sophisticated? You're going to take them on a commercial flight. Are they that sophisticated that we're that concerned that we would shoot down a passenger plane with 239 people on it? I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Although, again, and Obama was president at the time, I don't put anything past this government anymore, especially when Democrats are in charge.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, I don't know. When they were proposing it on the documentary, I'm like,
yeah. Oh, everything's plausible now. Yeah, question everything. Question everything.
In the past, I would have been pissed.
I'm thirsty. Let me
like,
go get a drink. Pause.
Huh. Yeah, so we shot it down? Weird. Huh. Wish we wouldn't have done that. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Been a busy week in hearings in D.C. None of them involved the Malaysian plane. But a lot of things that should have been discussed and brought out into the light years ago are finally being brought up now that the Republicans run the House. The former head of the CDC, Dr. Robert Redfield, discussed how COVID-19 was different than other viruses that we've faced. Here's what he said.
Tried to explain to Dr. Fauci, who's an immunologist, that this virus, SARS and MERS, when they infected a man from the intermediate host, civet cat in the case of SARS and a camel in the case of MERS, they never learned how to go human to human. So those original outbreaks were less than 1,000 people, and the epidemics died. And so when everyone thought this was SARS-like, well, it's gonna die too. But this virus was immediately the most infectious virus, not the most, I think probably right behind measles, virus that we've ever seen infect man. So I immediately said, wait a second, this isn't natural. And then you go back and look at the literature, and you find in 2014, this lab actually published a paper that they put the H2 receptor into humanized mice so it can infect human tissue. And then you learn that the new COVID, which came from bats, now can hardly replicate in bats.
Yeah.
So how does that happen? So I said that my view as a virologist, again, my hypothesis, and I never discredited them for their hypothesis, it's the spillover, was that this was most likely to come from the lab, and we need to aggressively investigate both hypotheses.
What a conspiracy kook! What a nut job! What kind of Fox News freak is he?
Yeah, so that's interesting. In other words,
you better not still have a job, I'll tell you that.
Right?
The hill that Dr. Fauci and the other liars there around him wanted to die on was, no, it came from a bat, y'all.
Right.
Look over here. Don't look over there at the lab.
That was bat soup.
And he's saying, it doesn't even hardly replicate in bats, and you're trying to convince the entire planet.
By the way.
This is what, come on, man. Stop.
I mean, they said that almost from the beginning. It can't replicate in bats. So it didn't come from bats. Okay? It just didn't. And if you suggested otherwise, you were a nut job.
Oh, man, they shut you down hard.
Now, here we are 3 years later. Yeah, it came from a lab. Yeah, the Chinese Wuhan lab. Yeah, it came from a lab in China.
Paid for by your U.S. tax dollars that you were going to work to earn today.
Right, which is one of the many reasons they didn't want to admit that it came from the lab, because we fund the lab.
I mean, he just said they would trying to get this thing to...
And at that time, we weren't supposed to be doing any gain of function.
Right, and he's
research.
quoting a paper from 6 years before.
Right.
I mean, God.
Crazy. Representative Nicole Malliotakis
Sure.
of New York
Nicole.
asked Redfield if Dr. Anthony Fauci is a liar. Oh, my.
Dr. Fauci was affirmatively told in an email that NIAID had a monetary relationship with the Wuhan Institute through EcoHealth Alliance. He was told this in January 27th of 2020. Do you think that Dr. Fauci intentionally lied under oath to Senator Paul when he vehemently denied NIH's funding of gain-of-function research?
Yes.
I think there's no doubt that NIH was funding gain-of-function research.
Is it likely that American tax dollars funded the gain-of-function research that created this virus?
I think it did not only from NIH, but from the State Department, USAID, and from DOD.
I'm out of time. Thank you very much.
Right.
So let's go back to your thing about, could it possibly be that the U.S. government shot down that plane, Malaysian
I know.
Airlines?
And that's the thing, right? Fauci was trying to play word games with those dingleberries, saying, because he wasn't calling it gain of function.
Right.
Yeah.
And so stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. We all know, Tony, what you were doing.
Yep. Also, Jim Jordan told us what Fauci was really focused on during the pandemic.
Dr. Anderson and Dr. Gary, who told us it came from a lab and emails to Dr. Fauci that Dr. Fauci wouldn't let Dr. Redfield see. 3 days later, they changed their position 180 degrees. The question is why? Mr. Wade, why would they change their position that fast when the only intervening event is a conference call with Dr. Fauci, the guy who wouldn't let Dr. Redfield see the very emails that they had sent him, Dr. Redfield, head of CDC on the coronavirus task force. Why would they change their position, Dr. Wade, or Mr. Wade?
Well, this question does lie at the heart of the issue.
Yes, it does.
What is pertinent, it seems to me, is there's no new scientific evidence that we can see that became available between these dates, the January 31st and Feb 4.
Right, there's no new, I think go ahead.
So you have to ask if there were other kinds of influence available. Now, it is true that Dr. Fauci and Dr. Farry in London were very powerful research officials, and between them they controlled...
I read your testimony, I saw that. Yeah.
So...
Why don't you cut to the chase and tell them what you really think was the reason?
I don't know what the reason was.
I know what it was. Go ahead. I'll let you say it, because I read your testimony. I think you said it in your testimony, too. Maybe you're reluctant to say it here, but go ahead.
Well, if you're looking at the timeline, on May 21st, just a few weeks after the Nature Medicine article had come out, two of the signatories of the original email to Dr. Fauci, that's Dr. Anderson and Dr. Gary, were awarded a $9 million grant for the...
So there's 9 million reasons why they changed their mind. I knew you'd get to it. I read that last night. 3 months after... So 3 days after they say it came from a lab, they changed their position, and the only intervening event's a conference call with Dr. Fauci and Dr. Collins. Again, a call that Mr. Redfield was not allowed to be on, the head of CDC and on the coronavirus task force. And then 3 months later, shazam, they get $9 million from Dr. Fauci. Well, isn't that something?
Isn't that something?
Isn't that something?
Yeah. Instead of drawing a pension of, $375,000 a year for the rest of his life, he should be sitting in prison.
Yeah, you can get
Anthony Fauci should be in prison.
And it would save the taxpayers quite a bit of money.
$375,000
Right,
a year.
we'd only pay $38,000 for a federal inmate, so
Right.
there you go.
I'm going to save a lot. So, it's not going to happen.
These people, man.
But, man, he deserves it. What a lying piece of garbage. Wow. Then there's more hearings. Dr. Michael Schellenberger was in front of Congress yesterday.
We were talking about the Twitter files and censorship from this government.
There's no censorship.
Stuff like this. What?
There's no censorship.
Oh, you know what? That's funny.
Right.
Oh, there's a great quote from...
I want it.
What's her name? Wasserman Schultz. Here's her quote. Social media companies are not biased against conservatives.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, what an outrageous thing to say when it's so
This
plain.
was such an entertaining hearing. It's almost like It's almost like January 1st, right? When you have all the bowl games on.
Yeah.
You're like, man, which entertainment value do I want now? Because we're cramming, like you said, 2 years into the last couple of weeks here.
Committee hearing season. It's great.
It is. It is committee hearing season.
So here's Schellenberger in front of Congress.
You've seen this censorship industry go from, well, we're just fighting ISIS, to, well, we're just fighting Russian disinformation bots, to, well, now we need to fight domestic misinformation, which is just saying we need to fight against people who are saying things we disagree with online.
Pause it for a second.
That means.
Just a quick reminder on this guy. A liberal. He's been a liberal his whole life. He's been a big climate change advocate for so long. And then he started looking into things. He started to become, I don't know, skeptical of some of the things that were being said. Like, we've only got 10 years left on this planet, and then there's going to be climate catastrophe. So he started looking into it, and he actually went to the people who supposedly said those things and asked them about it. And in every case, they didn't say those things. Or it was misconstrued, or it was lied about. And so on a climate change level, he's been really good because he didn't start as a conservative. He's on the other side of this spectrum. But because of the facts, he's now joined us. He doesn't deny climate change is happening. He just doesn't think it's catastrophic.
I'm sick of giving him that, too.
I know, me too. Me too.
Because that just opens the door for them to go farther. But it does mean that he's at least open to seeing what's up. Yes.
So I think once his eyes were opened, they're starting to be opened on other topics too. And that's what we're seeing with this censorship thing. Anyway, here's what he had to say.
Against people who are saying things we disagree with online. That's all that means. And I mean, it's not a slippery slope. It's an immediate leap into a terrifying mechanism that we only see in totalitarian societies of attempting to gain control over what the social media platforms are allowing. And so, for me, it starts at DHS, but we basically see almost every government agency involved in this.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's deep. Almost every other government agency involved in this. Censorship of Americans. I swear.
We're not America anymore.
No.
It's just a sad, simple fact. We're not America anymore.
And it makes it, I haven't even seen the documentary, but it makes it certainly plausible.
That's why
that they were involved in shooting down the
right.
Malaysian Airlines.
Now, do I really think that happened? No.
But it's plausible.
But it's plausible.
Because what can you trust with this government? Like, what arm of this government do you I totally trust it. I don't even trust the military at this point, considering the leadership that is in charge there. And they're indoctrinated in the church of woke. Mm-hmm. And they're basically, I put this on Twitter last night. It's like, I'm afraid it's now just about to become as many great commenters said, it probably basically already is, the cleanup crew for the Biden family. Mm-hmm. I mean, that it's terrifying to think that. Mm-hmm. There's so many honorable men and women that have been a part of American service defending this country. And now the leadership there, and I'm very concerned. I don't have warm, fuzzy thoughts about what lies ahead.
But that's why, as you're watching the documentary, as I was watching it, rather than get pissed as I normally would at the Frenchy frogs who are accusing us of it, I'm like, huh. You think? You think it was us? Huh. Weird. And I don't want to think that.
No, I want to be pissed at the Frenchy frogs.
Yes. I want to shove it in your face and say, this is the United States of America. We don't operate that way. We don't kill 239 people on a passenger plane. We don't do that.
But instead, at the end of the third,
Weird. Okay.
It's sad. It's sad that
It
we're
is
there.
sad.
I mean, and we've been brought here by design. Okay.
Pathetic.
The Marxists that have been in power over the past century plus now.
Mm-hmm.
This is all by design to get us broken to this point where we look at our government and we don't trust anything.
Yeah.
And then we look for a solution somewhere else, and it's just so depressing that this is where it's ended up.
And then they wonder, why are you guys talking about this national divorce? What kind of traitors
dare
are
you?
you? Huh. Yeah. Huh. You think? You think we're traitors? Weird. Okay. Also, Representative Sylvia Garcia.
Oh.
This is great because she didn't even know who was testifying in front of her about online censorship yesterday. Okay. Here's her genius.
Led by a friend, Barry Weiss.
My friend Barry Weiss.
So this friend works for Twitter, or what is her?
Oh my God.
She's a journalist.
Sir, I didn't ask you a question. I'm now asking Mr. Schellenberger a question. Please
Yes, ma'am.
do not
Barry Weiss is a
interrupt.
journalist.
I'm sorry, sir?
She's a journalist.
She's a journalist. So you work in concert with her?
Yeah.
Do you know when she first was contacted by Mr. Musk?
I don't know.
You don't know. So you're in this as a threesome?
There was many more people involved than that.
There was many more people involved with that. Are you being paid to be here today, either through consulting fees,
No.
campaign contribution to your
Absolutely
next
not.
run?
Gentlelady's
Absolutely
time
You
is
have an interview scheduled after
time
this
is
hearing?
expired.
Absolutely not.
Gentlelady's time has
Thank you.
expired.
Thank you.
I don't know what to say other than I recognize the gentleman from North Dakota for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I mean, he just wants to call her what she is, a total and complete buffoon.
Well, there's another clip of her not knowing what Substack is.
Oh, yeah.
That might be coming up.
I don't even know what that is. Oh, okay.
I don't know.
She's just agonizing.
Yeah, there's another clip here. I can't remember if that's in this
Powerful
one.
representative of the
She
United States of
was
America, though.
So bad yesterday.
Yeah, here she is with Matt Taibbi asking him about his source.
Mr. Taibbi, I want to follow up a little bit on the ranking member's questions. When was the first time that Mr. Musk approached you about writing the Twitter files?
Again, Congresswoman, that would.
I just need a date, sir.
Yeah.
But I can't give it to you, unfortunately, because this is a question of sourcing, and I don't give up. I'm a journalist. I don't reveal my sources.
It's a question of chronology.
No, that's a question
Because
of sourcing.
you earlier said that someone had sent you through the internet some message about whether or not you would be interested in some information.
Yes, and I refer to that person as a source.
So you're not going to tell us when Musk first approached you?
Again, Congresswoman,
So
you're
you
asking me
say
to
yes or
you're
no.
asking a journalist to reveal a
So
source.
then you consider Mr. Musk to be the direct source of all this?
No, now you're trying to get me to say that he is the source. I just can't answer your
either is or
question.
he isn't. If you're telling me you can't answer because it's your source, well, then the only logical conclusion is that he is, in fact, your source.
Well, you're free to conclude that.
Well, sir, I just don't understand. You can't have it both ways, but let's move on because
No, he can. He's a journalist.
No, he can't because either Musk is the source and he can't talk about it, or Musk is not the source. And if Musk is not the source, then he can discuss.
No one
his
has yielded. The
conversations with
gentlelady's
source.
out of order. You don't get
And
to
she's
speak
out of
every
order
time.
Gentlelady is
because
not
he's
recognized.
interrupted.
Gentlelady's not
Mr. Chairman,
recognized.
you're not
recognized
my
Mr.
time.
He has not said
I
that.
don't.
What he has said is he's not going to reveal his source, and the
I
fact
did
that
not yield
Democrats
my
are
time
pressuring
to
him
the
to do
chairman
so
or
is
the
such
radio.
a
We're not.
violation
We're
of
asking
First
him
Amendment.
about his conversations with Musk.
Gentlelady
It's
has
just a
not yielded the
cluster.
time.
Sure is.
I have
You
not
know,
yielded
thing.
time to anybody.
It's
I
a
want to
cluster
reclaim my
thing.
time, and I would
So
ask
it's
the
called.
chairman to give me back some of the time because of the interruption.
No.
Mr. Chairman, I am asking you if you will give me the seconds that I lost.
We will give you that 10 seconds.
Thank you.
I mean, what a it was.
Wow.
That's good stuff. It is.
But no, Jeffy, I guess
Karen
that's not in
Susan.
there.
That's
where
fine. That's
she's
just
a-
that she's
What's a
a
Substack?
dullard and has no idea what's going on.
No, they just
None.
read what the far left groups type up for them for talking
It
points.
says here Substack. I don't even know what that is. I'm
Is
not
that
sure
an
what
internet
that-
web
Is that
page?
a stack of Subway sandwiches?
It's,
Is that
it's
what
about that
is?
bad. It's about
Yeah,
that
It
bad.
is about that bad.
Daniel Goldman said there was no evidence of government trying to silence lawful speech. None. There's no evidence of that?
Really?
Wow. So Jim Jordan presents the Democrat with his own communications with Twitter. This is fun.
Twitter. And even with Twitter,
you cannot find actual evidence of any direct government censorship of any lawful speech. And when I say lawful, I mean non-criminal speech, because plenty of speech is non-criminal.
I'll give you one. The gentleman's time to expire. I'd ask unanimous consent to enter into the record the following email from Clark Humphrey, Executive Office of the Presidency, White House Office, January 23rd, 2021. That's the Biden administration, 4:39 a.m. Hey, folks. This goes to Twitter. Hey, folks, wanted to use the term they used the term Mr. Goldman just used. Wanted to flag the below tweet, and I'm wondering if we can get moving on the process for having it removed ASAP.
Boom.
That is.
Could you read the below tweet?
And then if we can keep an eye out for tweets that fall in this same genre, that would be great. This is a tweet on the very issue that Thomas
Can you just, for the fullness of the record, can you read because I've not seen this. Can you read the tweet that it's referencing?
I don't have the tweet here with me, but the gentleman's point was, tell us, you said no time did government try to tell Twitter to explicitly remove something, and
no, I said explicitly remove lawful speech. Lawful speech. We're going to conflate. The First Amendment is not absolute.
Twitter, this is something from Robert Kennedy Jr.
But for the record,
I assume that's lawful
speech. As a point
speech.
of order, Mr. Chair.
Because Robert Kennedy Jr. said it, that's why it's lawful speech.
Just a minute, Mr. Goldman.
All I'm saying is you said in no time did the government explicitly say to take a tweet down. Here we have it, right here from the White House. They couldn't even wait 2 days. 2 days into this administration, they were asked Twitter to take something down, and we will get you the underlying tweet.
Thank
With that,
you.
I recognize the gentlelady from New York.
Will you place it into the record as well, sir?
Yes,
the underlying tweet?
Okay, yeah.
Robert Kennedy Jr.
All right. I'll do that.
He's talking about Hank Aaron's death after he received the vaccine.
Would you put it in the record, though? Would you put it in the record?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will. I'll put it in the record.
Mr. Goldman with his lawful speech. What isn't lawful speech?
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, threatening. Terroristic threats. You can't do that, really. You can't ththreaten people.
Which is not what
but that's
an
not
RFK Jr. tweet about Hank Aaron is.
Right.
Come on.
And, they'd love to fall back on this. The First Amendment is not absolute. It almost
kind of is.
It almost
kind of is.
And that's kind of the argument Democrats have been making for the last 75 years.
That and the Second Amendment. The First and Second Amendments, they try to discount them by saying, those amendments are not absolute. Well, they're pretty damn close to it.
Yeah.
They're really close to it. And lawful speech, lawful speech, you can express hatred, you can express anger, you can say things that other people don't like, that are offensive to them.
Yeah, but
that's all lawful speech and protected.
I make the argument maybe even threatening is, but obviously they don't.
Right, but you guys miss the point here. I mean, you can't doubt the vaccine that has been laid before us on a gold platter.
Actually,
if you don't accept that and roll up your sleeve and be totally fine with it and have no question, I mean, that's just not lawful. I mean, this is madness. I mean, and you can see that this is now becoming just every hearing is like this.
Mm-hmm.
It just descends into chaos because Democrats cannot believe that they're going to have to now defend all the stuff that they pushed for years behind the scenes, and now that it's out in the open, whether it's these hearings or with the communications from the Twitter files. It's the Fauci stuff with the origination of COVID-19, whether it's Tucker Carlson revealing just raw footage from January 6th. The demons can't take all this stuff being dragged out into the light, and they're fighting back and they're pushing back like this, and everything is chaotic.
And by the way, we were right about all of it.
Yes.
We've been saying this the whole time. And now, you're right. They can't handle that it's coming out into the light. Little Sunshine's going to go a long way toward disinfecting Washington because now that the Republicans are in control in the House, this is what's going to happen. They promised this, and so far they're delivering.
We may need some stronger disinfectant for the White House because that still seems to be
doesn't it though?
Strong.
Yeah. That's for sure. Jeez. All right. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Mexican President Andres Obrador is threatening to meddle in U.S. elections. So we got that going for us. We'll tell you about that coming up here in just a few minutes. Yeah, we're having some fun today. Because, it's Friday.
Absolutely, baby.
Let's see. Got some tweets here. The Sniper BBB. I think we're all insomniacs today. Been up since 1 Eastern. Uh-huh.
Fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
That's midnight here. To you and me. Flippant Giblets tweets. We would shoot down a plane with 234 people on it. J6 trials indicate we would ruin lives without blinking. And look what they've done.
Oh, yeah.
Look what they've done to the J6 inmates. And those who have visited them in jail in D.C. have said that the conditions are worse than Gitmo. They're worse than the terrorist experience in Cuba. Why?
I mean, we're not building the J6 prisoners' soccer fields.
No, we're not. We're not making sure they have, a religiously specific meals.
Right.
They're barely getting meals. And a lot of them are in solitary confinement 23 hours a day.
There is truly no way to describe this other than political prisoners.
Right. And again, that's just not America.
No, it is not.
But here we are. Adrian Slade tweets, I believe we shot down the Malaysian airplane just as I believe we killed bin Laden's brother and tossed him in the sea so no one can find out.
Whoa, I've never heard this one.
Oh, yeah, because
bin Laden's brother.
There's no proof.
Well, I know
they
that.
to believe that.
So instead of killing bin Laden, he thinks it was the brother of bin Laden?
I've understood the whole dump him in the sea thing.
Yeah.
Right? But I've never heard the brother.
I haven't either. I hadn't heard that one. Huh. So you think bin Laden's alive? I don't think so. He'd be mouthing off. Right? Wouldn't he?
You feel like he would.
We'd see some videos about him.
Oh, you thought you killed me.
Right.
No.
Right. The great Satan can't kill me. Okay, whatever.
I'm in cave 29, and we're going to kill you.
From Mr. Sean's, Fauci was so mad they didn't make a movie about him during the AIDS crisis. He exacted his revenge by creating a sick reality show starring We the People. Carol Marks tweets, well, now my new reply to everything is, weird. I like it, and it's appropriate. Yes, it is. Holy smokes, 1776. Since it seems like Democrats or Republicans don't trust the government, depending on who's in the White House, how about we all agree on one thing and cut the size of government by 3/4? Wouldn't that be great?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And Stinky Biscuit, new T-shirt for Pat Unleashed to sell. It's a cluster thing. Yeah.
Speaking of being up, is it time change weekend?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sunday,
as well?
Saturday night, yeah.
We're springing ahead.
Isn't that good?
You lose an hour.
Are you having to get up at 2 and doing that? On
Yeah. Don't change it before you go to bed. Change it. Set your alarm for 2 o'clock.
You want to be precise.
Yes. You don't want to be jumping the gun.
I go through this all the time, but I think right now I have 2 clocks that I have to worry about in my house. The rest are all digital and do it
and
on
it just
their own
does
anyway.
It. Yeah, I like that. My car does that. I think most cars do that.
Well, maybe.
Right?
Coffee maker.
Mm-hmm. The coffee
microwave
maker is hooked up to the internet?
No, that's what I'm saying. I got to do that manually.
You got to do that one.
Yeah. The microwave and the oven. I got to keep those on time because chop. There's females in the house that need to know what time it is, and
we're getting a tour of the clocks in Jeffy's house. Okay, this is
you better hop sing into the kitchen. It's time to cook.
What? I mean, that's how you run the joint. I don't know why that's a.
Yeah, I love your hop sing thing from Bonanza. Not many people remember hop sing from Bonanza.
I have used that for a long time.
I know you
love
have.
that.
It's one of my favorite things. You better hop sing into the kitchen.
Hop sing on it, I'll tell you that.
Why am I hearing your voice if it's not coming from the kitchen?
Oh, man, are you listening into my home?
Yeah, I bugged it. So I know all the things you're saying.
That's what I thought.
All right. Now we've got our fearless leader.
Yes,
who is brilliant.
Oh, this guy.
Brilliant, sharp as a tack. And, of course, 100% focused on keeping America
unified.
Number 400 on his
the
list.
great unifier. That's right.
Yeah. Oh,
you got it.
Unified, but not first. We're down the list somewhere. I don't know how many countries there are on Earth presently, 204 or something. We're about 204th in the minds of this administration.
No kidding.
Yesterday, he claimed that MAGA Republicans, I can barely even say it.
I know.
I know.
MAGA Republicans want to defund police.
Yeah, you know this. Been like a rallying cry of the right forever.
That's all we hear from the right.
It's about time that the president pointed this out.
Defund police. Here he is.
MAGA Republicans are calling for defunding the police department. What? And defunding the FBI now. That's a good one. I like that one.
Okay.
Yes. See,
a police department.
Shut up. All in.
Oh, I'm with you on that last
one. I'm not calling for defunding the FBI. There are those who are doing that, and some of them are in this room. But I think it needs to, it needs an enema. The FBI at least needs a massive enema. That's for sure.
Needs a lot up there.
Biden can't read the letters. MTG apparently in his teleprompter.
Just trying to say Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Well, yeah, when those folks stand up there, liar, Biden's a liar.
You are.
That gentle lady from the state of Georgia, Mountainer.
Mountainer.
That we have in the White House.
That's why I took
the gentle lady we have in Mountainer. What?
So he sees the MT on his teleprompter. Instead of saying MTG, he calls it Mountainer. Let's see this again.
That's why I took the most aggressive action ever
in
all of history in any country to take on the climate crisis.
Wait,
no, we want to
I know it's hard to tell the insane babblings of this old codger.
Yeah, but go back to the
11.
MTG clip because we got to make this out here. And it goes a little something like this.
Well, yeah, when those folks stand up there, liar, Biden's a liar. That gentle lady from the state of Georgia, Mountainer.
That's what it is. It's MTG. He can't say.
Mountainer.
They have MTG in the
He's talking about a gentle lady. Okay, so supposedly you might think he knows where he's going with this,
right?
But no. He
has no idea.
He's a puppet for the Marxists that actually run. Again, we've said this before. Whoever is in charge of the teleprompter for Joe Biden is the president of the United States. He has no idea what he's talking about. He doesn't know what he's saying. He's just reading words on a screen, and he gets to that, and he goes, Mountainer.
The gentle lady from Georgia, Mountainer. Mountainer.
That's not even...
What a weird name she has. Why do they call her Mountainer?
Not even.
I guess that's her given name. And at the time her parents gave it to her, she was too young to refuse it. Because otherwise you'd say, no, I'm not going to let you call me Mountainer. You have to love this guy, don't you?
Do you?
No.
Do you have to?
You don't. No.
Because
I just
no.
Man.
How's your electric bill doing? Like, how are your utilities? Things going well with your?
So much cheaper than they used to be.
I mean,
thank you.
Yeah.
I called the power company up yesterday specifically. It's funny you brought it up because I called them up yesterday and I said, hey, is there a way that I can give you more money than I'm giving you? Because it doesn't seem like it's enough. You guys need to survive.
See?
Right.
Okay, so you're experiencing this too.
Is $1,100 a month enough? I don't think so. I don't know. You guys need more, don't you? Definitely. You need more, and here's Biden telling us all that, basically.
That's why I took the most aggressive action ever in all of history in any country to take on the climate crisis by lowering your home energy bills.
What planet are you on, bro?
Wow.
And,
Wow.
and again to what I was saying. Play it again, Kayla. Go ahead and hit play, please. He just is staring into this he doesn't know what it's saying. Play it.
That's why
just
I
watch
took
his
the
eyes.
most aggressive action ever in all of history in any country to take on the climate crisis.
What?
By lowering your home energy bills.
He almost can't say it.
Yeah,
he realizes it's how much of a lie
exactly
it is.
my point. He's like, wait a minute, that doesn't.
They want me to
seem
say
right.
that? I almost can't say
That's
it.
what I was
hate to
gonna
give him that much credit because I want to say that he doesn't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
But he actually does.
For
there.
a nanosecond, he goes, that doesn't seem
That almost
right.
seems like more of a lie than I normally would say.
But really, it's not.
No,
I mean,
know.
He tells bigger lies.
That's why he continued on. It
tells
didn't
bigger
matter.
lies every day.
And this is
every
an
day.
honest question. Is anybody listening right now thinking, yeah, he's right. My electric bill
way too low.
Way down since 2
yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, thank you for all that.
Gosh,
all
the
that relief.
absurdities from this
Savings.
clown show.
You know what? With the savings I'm making on my electric bill right now, I'm going to France this weekend.
Are you now?
Yeah, just for the weekend because
Just
that's how
zipping in and
much.
zipping out. Yeah,
That's how much I'm saving.
You want to have a chat with the Frenchies about their Malaysian
do.
airs? Let's talk about your theory I just saw.
I'm going to go over and tell that journalist at Le Monde, so you think we did it? We shut down the Malaysian flight? Weird. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing this weekend.
If that hadn't happened, you might not have had to work till you're 64.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Don't complain.
Right.
Darn the luck.
That's the Frenchie proposal, by the way, and they're pissed.
Yeah, they are.
As you can imagine. I mean, when you're asking them to work 15 minutes a day and extend that 2 more years.
Right.
So,
bastards.
Do you want a Joe Biden-induced aneurysm before or after the commercial break here?
I think we'll do it after. We'll do it after.
Okay.
Meantime, let me tell you about Keeps. If you want to keep your hair, this is where you go. You go to Keeps. If you're really getting self-conscious about it, it's finally time. Because you see this in pictures. Your barber points it out. Maybe your wife points it out. And so you wear that baseball cap all the time or whatever. Why not try to keep your hair, regrow your hair, no matter what you want to do with it? Don't shave it. Keep it with Keeps. Keeps has clinically proven, FDA-approved hair treatments that are available online, and they personalize what it is you want to fit your budget and your needs. If you have any questions once you buy the product, you can message your Keeps provider 24/7. So if you're ready to finally take action, join the thousands of guys who've saved their hair with Keeps. To get a special offer, go to keeps.com/Pat, KEEPS, keeps.com/Pat.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right. So this is the aneurysm clip here for
I don't know, Jeffy, what do you think?
Which one is this one?
He had this moment.
This freaking guy, man. I don't know. I remember he was pretty good.
I don't know. The
he brought up Trump.
Yes. Although without saying Trump's name.
Okay.
Because you know how religious of a man Joe Biden is.
Oh my
you always like to point that out.
Oh my gosh, yes.
He is so Catholic.
Oh, he's super Catholic. He's mega Catholic.
He's mega Catholic.
He's ultra mega
And he just
Doppler
couldn't hold
Catholic.
back yesterday.
That's
Okay.
correct.
Let's see.
I think, don't hold me that number, but it's well over 9.
Okay, pause it for just a second.
Hold on, that's good.
Pause it for just a second. Don't hold me that number, but it's well over 9.
Whoever's that's
okay.
I guarantee
All right,
you that sentence has never been uttered in the history of the world.
Don't hold me to that number.
Don't hold me to that
It's
number.
well over 9. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Do we know what he's talking about?
No, we don't.
Okay.
No.
And there's more.
Don't hold me that number, but it's well over 9.
Impeachable offenses, I believe.
For anybody who had tough time with their business during the pandemic. So they could pay employees, they could do the... But guess what? You may remember, I was running for office at the time, but you all may remember it, that I had a big fight with the former president and maybe future president. Bless me, Father. Anyway, no, all kidding aside.
There you go.
Man. All right. So he crosses himself after saying it.
Bless me, Father. He doesn't even finish that, first of all.
I know.
Can't even get through that.
I
can't finish the sentence. We had the fight about the... I had the...
Yeah, he can't finish a sentence because he doesn't know.
He has no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Can't hold him to a number. It's probably around over 9.
But he knows it's over 9. He knows
and
that.
We had the big fight about the... and then I had a big... Some of you may remember. Some of you may remember.
We don't even know what you're talking about,
with the previous president, previous administration.
Right. And maybe future president. That was a weird thing for the current president to say.
Right.
Isn't that weird? That's really strange.
That is, wow. One thing after another there. Every day with this guy. I don't know how this party... You say that Democrats aren't on board with him running again. I saw a thing that said like 77% of Democrats are. I don't know where that was, but I thought, what are they looking at?
That's a way higher number than I've seen.
Do you feel like maybe they're like, if they get asked, hey, are you for Joe Biden running again? Yeah, let him run again, but really, no.
Yeah, I don't know. But
it's really difficult to believe that they are.
I can't believe that the support for him is up on the side.
I say that, and then I watch clips and see Kamala out there, and I think, well, I mean, if I'm a Biden supporter, I don't want her.
I know.
Right.
And who else is there? That's the problem for the Democrats. Who else is there?
Everyone that they love is all 80.
Right. They're 80. They're washed up. They're has-beens or they never were's.
Right.
And what are you going to do? Are you going to drag back Hillary again?
I mean, you got what's-his-face out in California, but he's a nightmare.
Yeah, he is.
I found this reference here. So it's a little different than like if you're a Democrat and you have a choice, it's saying that 77% of Democrats say they would back Biden. Okay, well if he's your nominee, got it. Yeah.
That's a low number for would back Biden.
Sure is, yeah.
A really low number.
Yeah, so it's not them. It's not them saying that they prefer him as.
Yeah, if you've got him running against a Republican, only 77% of Democrats. That's a Republican win right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I like that.
So now you like it. Yeah. Okay.
Don't hold me to that number, but it's over 77.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
Or no, it's under 77.
And by the way, I think it's a fireable offense in this administration that if you say the word Trump, you're out.
Apparently,
right up to the top.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody avoids saying Trump's name.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, the
that's why he was talking about
the former president and maybe future president. Weird,
really weird.
888-900-3393. There is more coming up. Pat Gray.
Good morning, American.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
All right. Welcome. A few tweets here. More BS tweets. Basically, what Dr. Redfield expressed in his testimony is American taxpayers paid for the COVID virus. Can we get a refund?
Mm-hmm.
Did you keep your receipts?
Oh, yeah, we got receipts, baby.
Yeah. Lone Wolf 2965 tweets, I thought Jeffy mentioned the coffee maker. When he mentioned the coffee maker, he was already talking about Amber. Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Wow, that's speechless there.
What are we talking about?
Clearly, she doesn't listen, right? So we're okay there.
I don't care.
First of all, even if she was.
Thank you.
Joe Cool Snoopy tweets, Biden didn't exactly lie about unification. He wants to unify us all in poverty. Okay.
Boy,
right.
He's getting there.
Higgledy-piggledy Cougar fan. The FBI needs an enema the size of 18 Clydesdales.
Hold on. That's a reference to all of the asteroids, right?
Yes,
We've been talking about.
Yeah.
I actually have this article here. There's a
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an Olympic-sized.
It is.
Okay, is it?
It is, yeah.
There's a swimming pool-sized asteroid that has a 1 in 625 chance of hitting Earth.
What?
On Valentine's Day 2046. Yeah. Okay? They got that?
2046?
Yeah.
How many asteroids are going to hit us between now and then, though? But kudos to them. They finally see something coming.
Yeah.
Not after it's past us and giving us a buzz cut.
Because I originally did think what the size of a pool I thought was my blow-up pool from Walmart that I got to wash the dogs in. What are we talking about? But it does say in the story that it's an Olympic size. It uses the metric system, but I had someone else figure it out.
How big is that?
Well,
Nobody knows. There's no way to tell.
That means we don't even know the year then, apparently.
Right. Sons of Thunder 42 tweets, a babbling brook is more coherent than babbling Joe. Dave D.K. Smith, why hasn't Bill Gates been brought before the committee to testify as to how he and others are able to successfully predict pandemics? Wow. He's now saying the next one will kill 15 million. I hadn't heard that, really? Wow. 15 million.
Why is he the expert? Just because he's a billionaire and he's invested money in all these in all these labs?
Well, he's one of the Bilderbergers and the bacon cheeseburgers and the Whataburgers. He's one of those guys.
I never liked Whataburgers.
Yeah. They're planning all of this. That's how they can predict it, because they're bringing it to us on a silver tray. In a tin can tweets, yes, Biden didn't finish the saying, "Bless me, Father, for I have sinned." Yeah, as if he'd confessed to anything. He doesn't take responsibility for a single thing. Let's see. Also, Pathead Randall sent us this. Apparently, robots don't want you touching their noses.
Oh, this is a fun video.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. What is it? 15? Yeah, let's see this.
Yeah.
Oh, they're looking more and more real, Jeffy.
I know, I like it.
Oh, look at that.
Blinking, following the finger. Look at that. Oh, wait, whoa.
Oh, moving back.
Whoa,
Did you see that?
Yep.
Kind of backed away. Is somebody doing that, though? Or
no. Ooh. Anyway. Oh, no, I'm a good robot. Look at me. Oh, boy.
Interesting.
They're getting...
That is interesting.
More. Put a wig on that, and Jeffy's interested.
Uh-huh.
No, they don't have to have a wig. It's fine. It's fine that way. Business.
7 years there are servers at restaurants?
Depending on what I spend on that robot, you're not backing away from me.
Oh, no.
Okay?
No.
Thank you for that. That's
you're
great.
welcome. No problem.
Look at it.
Look at this thing.
I know. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, that's great.
Now go sweep the living room.
Yeah.
That's all. I want one so bad.
Don't break that finger right off. Don't you put that in my face again. Oh, no, I'm good. We're good.
Wow.
You didn't catch that, did you?
Is that from Boston Dynamics? Do we know where that came from? We don't know.
What did the bug say? I didn't see what that was.
It's either Japanese or Boston Dynamics.
Engineered arts.
Engineered arts.
Or engineered arts. I was just about to say
that.
Engineered arts.
I'm telling you, they're going to be our servers at restaurants.
Oh, very soon.
Yeah, within,
very
what do you think,
soon.
6 years, 7 years?
Oh, way before then.
Before then?
Yeah, absolutely. Because we need the work. We need the workers. What happened to all the people?
Yeah.
Places that used to be open 24 hours are not. They can't find the workers. They can barely find enough workers that stay open during regular business hours.
And these fast food joints are paying them $20 an hour.
Yeah.
Just to
they're giving bonuses to come
burgers. Yeah.
And they still can't find the help.
Yes. On a Taco Bell near where I live, they had a big sign. This was last year, I think, or the year. I don't know. It's been a while now. But they had a sign about help wanted, and then all the benefits you get. $10,000 signing bonus. I think it was $18 or $20 an hour. I mean, things like you would not normally see in unskilled labor. But because they can't get workers, that's what they had to do.
Right. And so when engineered arts comes along.
Yeah. And has a robot that will do it.
Have a
you
nice day.
You bet
Jose.
they'll do that. Absolutely.
Goodbye.
And you're paying a one-time fee for that. You bring them in, and then you don't have to pay any $18, $20 an hour.
Learn how to fix them.
Yeah.
Learn how to fix them.
Would you have to tip a robot server?
No, and I'm getting so tired of that tipping thing. When you just go up to the counter and they hand you your food, and then you walk back to your table and you've done everything but actually prepare the food, and they want a tip. I hate it. I hate it.
Another thing that's happened.
Yes.
Not that I stopped in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But I just know that this happened at a Sonic.
Where's Jeffy taking us?
I know that this happened at a Sonic.
Okay.
All right. When you order, when you drive up and you order from the board, from your car, and then you pay before they bring it to you. So before they bring it to you, and they ask you if you want to leave a tip.
Oh,
so the last time I went, I may have hit no, or the person that told me this story that went to Sonic may have hit no, and it took forever, and they screwed up my order. I mean that person's order.
See,
and it took forever. From now on, they get a tip from me. But I'm gonna have to give them a tip because I feel like there's a guy in there going, car number 23 didn't leave a tip. Screw him.
Yeah. So they're asking you to tip before the completion of the service.
Correct.
Screw that.
And again, I don't mind giving. I used to, but I got used to it because my theory used to be let the restaurant owner pay their employees.
Right.
Set the price where you're paying them whatever it is they deserve. I shouldn't have to. But I got over that. And so I don't mind when you come to my table, when you bring me my food, when you fill up my water glass, all of those things. Okay, I'll give you a 20% tip. But when you're standing there at the counter and you go, here, that doesn't deserve a tip.
No, that's doing your job.
Yeah,
that's doing your job.
Irritating. On Wednesday, we were asking how many satellites were orbiting the Earth, and did a little research into this. We found that there are 5,465 that are active. There's another 3,433 of the 5,465 belong to the U.S.
Look at that.
Wow, that's a good percentage. And apparently there's 3,170 more that are still out there, but they don't serve any purpose. So they've shut down, they've been decommissioned, whatever the case may be, and they're just orbiting.
Yeah, that right there, though, that is not the 8,000 or so that you just talked about. That's just the 3,000 or so from Starlink, right?
Those are just the Starlink.
Yep, that's just Starlink.
And
wow.
they're going to put more up.
Yeah, he wants between 12 and 42,000 total. And, I can't...
42,000?
This is...
wow.
Look, I know it's a lot of room up there, but I just feel that there's a very slim margin for error.
When you look at that, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of room.
It does not.
And again,
it does not seem like there's a lot of room.
And that's like 40% of them. And Jeffy, we were talking before the show. I mean, there obviously a lot of them are different levels in the atmosphere.
Yeah, they're not correct.
They're not all in the same plane.
This graphic makes it seem like everything is on the same plane.
But that's a little concerning that all that stuff's flying overhead.
It sure is, and they're not all. What we were talking about, I think what brought it on was there's no way that they can tell, right? I mean, they were saying that they didn't have satellite confirmation on something is what brought up the satellites because they're not all. NSA.
No, they're not all spy satellites.
Right.
There's like Dish Network,
but there's got to be something done about the trash. I've talked about it a long time. We've got to have
space trash.
Yeah, we've got to send up. I don't know who you're getting involved. You get the garbage companies or whatever. We send the space shuttle up to the ISS, or Elon's SpaceX goes up to the ISS to empty the trash. I'm sorry, to retrieve astronauts, but empty the trash. They got to stop off. I mean, we got to start picking up the satellites. I don't know what has to happen, but it definitely
maybe it's a thing where if you go to space, then there's just like this international agreement. You got to bring back 2 satellites with you.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, fine, whatever.
I'm sure it's not as easy as just reaching out the window.
No,
and
that's
be
all
like,
you gotta do.
Pull that one right on in.
Just put a net out.
Put a net out.
Put a net out. Catch it. Pull it in.
Definitely. What's the net made out of?
Stuff.
But there's got to be a way to clean it up.
Right.
There has to be. Because that's going to have to be done eventually.
Yes.
I mean, if Starlink is going to put 42,000 more satellites up there, some bad things are going to happen. Things are going to be crashing into each other and then falling to the earth, which we probably don't want to see that happen.
No.
Probably not.
No, although when a Starlink comes to, falls to the earth, what size animal is it? We don't know.
It's at least 2 or 3 flamingos, probably.
right. I guess.
Yeah. Did you see that the city of San Francisco, who's been debating how to pay for the legacy of racism, slavery,
the legacy of racism,
they've had for 7 years now. They've had a fund that they want corporations and private individuals to pay into so that they can get this massive fund and then distribute it to, the people who had to put up with the legacy of slavery, right? They want to pay them $5 million each. So for 7 years, they've had this fund. How much do they have in it?
I got it.
Well, if they want to pay the people $5 million each, the fund has got to have at least $100 million in it now?
12 cents.
Okay.
12 cents. I'm closer.
It has $0. It has $0 and 0 cents.
How can you call it?
No one has contributed.
How can you still call it a fund?
I don't know, but what a surprise that nobody wants to contribute to the slavery fund.
I have a fund that has that much in it, I'll tell you that.
I know, I do too. But they want to give 42,390 black residents $5 million each.
Yeah, how about now?
They got a ways to go.
Yes, they do.
They could do a bake sale, right?
They could do a bake sale. Maybe you sell the Golden Gate Bridge to somebody else. I don't know.
You just start taxing the meth dealers.
Okay. I don't know. It's just here it is, a super liberal city.
Yeah.
And this was a super liberal, progressive idea.
And we're all for it.
Yeah,
we're all
they
for
all
it.
want it. Well, I want it if somebody else is going to, pay for it. I don't want to.
Right.
And that's what we're seeing. Isn't that great? It just shows the hypocrisy of the left. It's just so fantastic. By the way, higher temperatures in the Arctic could lead to potential health threats in the future. NASA climate scientists said the warmer conditions are causing part of the region's permafrost.
Climate change, baby.
Which, of course, is a frozen layer of soil that's beneath the surface to thaw. 1/5 of the northern hemisphere is covered by permafrost.
Doesn't sound so permanent, though, if they're saying it's melting, right?
Right. Scientists said if the permafrost thaws significantly, some viruses described as zombie viruses.
Oh,
well, we're already finding them, right?
Yeah.
Some have spent 48,500 years frozen in permafrost.
How about that?
But now they could be, according to Dr. Mathlowski, some of them could, in some months, could be released into the atmosphere. Out of an abundance of caution, scientists only studied a virus that had the potential to infect amoeba cells, not animals or humans.
Oh, we're good. Don't let Dr. Fauci anywhere near this virus.
Yeah, no kidding. Since permafrost provides an oxygen-free environment that is not penetrated by light, scientists say it's like a time capsule of viruses and mummified remains of long-gone animals. So
they're going to mess around with it and do some stuff. And before you know it, we'll be...
Well, that's how they create dinosaurs, right?
Yeah.
Wait, no. Hang on.
Mastodons. Yeah. The last thing I saw was that they were going to try to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah, they've got 2 or 3 extinct animals that are going to be created in the next 5 to 7 years, I think.
What could possibly go wrong? I'm all about it. What could go wrong?
I can't see a drawback.
They've got a saber tooth.
I can't think of anything.
They got a mastodon. They got a saber tooth.
Oh, they are doing a saber tooth?
And Tasmanian devil, I think.
Whoa, nice. Now I'm on board.
I think it was a Tasmanian devil. I think it was those 3.
I think you're confusing that with the cartoon from Warner Brothers. That's what I think happened there.
Oh, they've already created it?
Let me tell you about Eden Pure Thunderstorm. Because you can purify the air in your home. You can get healthy, clean, fresh-smelling air. You can eliminate odors. You can kill mold and mildew and bacteria and viruses. The Eden Pure Thunderstorm air purifier uses oxy technology, which naturally sends out O3 molecules into the air that seek out and destroy odors and air pollutants in your home. It's fantastic. It doesn't just cover it up with nasty perfumes that are going to, make you nauseous. They absolutely eliminate these odors and the viruses and the bacteria, and you don't have to change filters. It's so easy. Comes in the box, take it out of the box, plug it in, turn it on, and you're done. So easy. And right now you can save $200 on an Eden Pure Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. You get 3 of these air purifiers. Now you compare that to others that charge over $600. Go to EdenPureDeals.com, E-D-E-N, pure, EdenPureDeals.com. Put in the discount code PAT to save $200. EdenPureDeals.com, discount code PAT. Shipping is free.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Did you hear it? You did hear it? Oh,
I
good.
did, yeah. I got some tweets here. Sons of Thunder 42 tweets. Because of a warmer February this month, their bill is only $309.18 compared to $430 last month.
Electric bill.
Global warming is a money saver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
right?
good.
Right? Until
Right.
summer rolls around, obviously, and then you're dealing with the air conditioning, which is
a little expensive.
I've always told my wife, I don't care if it's $5,000 a month. We're running the air conditioning, okay? We're running it nonstop.
That'll be interesting to see if you're.
How's that working out for you?
Pretty well.
Is it?
I wonder if you're
pretty well. That's the one thing I've stuck to.
Will there be a benefit
Yeah.
to having diabetes this summer? Will your body regulate?
I wonder.
Or will you be
I
really
wonder
hot
because I'm
when it's
cold
hot?
all the time now.
I
Cold
also
all the freaking time.
I also would like to know how you feel when the bill actually hits $5,000 a month.
Would it actually-
Because it's close.
It's dang close.
I know.
Already. Stitch Jones 2.0 by 2046. We'll definitely have the technology to land men on an asteroid and drill a hole to insert a nuke the size of a Clydesdale and save the world.
We've all seen the documentary.
Yes, we have. Congress's piracy tweets. I just discovered that there is a correlation between Pat mentioning the Bilderburgers and the Whataburgers and the bacon cheeseburgers to what I have for lunch that day.
Okay. All right.
Okay, well, good. Hero Elita tweets, has no one seen iRobot? That's the Will Smith.
Will Smith, yeah.
Did you see that Will has spoken out about the Chris Rock special?
So
It hurt my feelings.
Yeah, sorry.
It hurt. And I was embarrassed and hurt.
Okay. Oh, no. I wonder how he felt when he was slapped on worldwide television by somebody who he was just...
my wife's name
out your effing mouth. Shut up. I don't know. Does anybody have any sympathy for Will Smith on this issue? I don't think so.
I mean,
I think it's all for Chris Rock.
Yeah,
because
the Academy has slapped him down hard.
Yeah,
I mean, they don't want anything to do with him.
Yeah,
I don't
10
know
years.
I don't know how his movies are doing, but I mean, he really hurt himself bad.
Well, he did. Yeah, he really did. And he's tried to dig himself out of that hole.
And I like Will Smith.
I do too. I've always liked him.
Me too.
I've always liked him.
Always enjoyed his work.
Mm-hmm.
But
and he was good in iRobot. And because I have seen iRobot. So
I love iRobot and his documentary, Independence Day.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That was good. That was good. Matches Malone tweets, I'll never be able to forgive what we have done to the children that went through the pandemic.
Oh, my gosh. Where do you begin?
Way to bring us down.
Yeah, I know. Real downer right there to end on.
I know.
Yeah.
Kind of what we do. I don't know if you know this or not.
We bring you down? I don't want to do that.
I mean, we can take the most feel-good story and ruin it.
Well, yes.
Oh, well.
And
So-
we do on a regular
Thank you.
basis.
Do you want to play this video from Fort Lauderdale here of the pride flag that they painted on the road? This
No, because
obnoxiously
I can't abide the hate.
the hate.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what you're going to see.
Not
Okay.
abide the
I mean, that's what they
hate.
call it, a community dealing with hate tonight, as Just check this out. This trucker.
A community hit by hate when a man leaves tire marks all over a pride flag painted on an intersection.
Oh, no.
Okay, so this is a really big deal. I don't know how they didn't find this guy, because see the guy on the left, we're walking.
Yeah.
I think he's recording. How does he not have a license plate? They're still looking for this terrible person out there. And Jeffy brings up that, hold on, this is a video here that they're playing on their, look at this on my screen here, Kayla. If you can see this little split screen.
Yeah.
They're saying,
So,
go ahead. Explain
Now
this.
they've repainted it.
Already?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And as Keith says, I don't know that they ever found the truck.
Yeah, but hang on a second.
Well, it's a community hit by hate.
But hang on, Jeffy. What they're saying now, because you brought up the kids on the
Yeah, the
bicycle.
kids, right.
Okay, now they're saying they've gone back and looked at old footage and said, oh, wait a minute, you see these other tire marks, these little thin ones
so
here?
this is old
So they're
footage.
saying, actually, I don't know if it's going to come up here, but I was looking at it and it said, it may have already been hit twice now.
Got it. The bicyclists or
The
bicyclists.
little kids are laying rubber down.
That's awesome.
And it's like, what? You painted a road where vehicles drive. This
What
is
do you
somehow
think is gonna
shocking.
happen?
I mean, this is
It's the dumbest thing of all time.
The kids on their bikes, obviously, I guess now happened before the truck. The kids aren't doing it out of hate. They're doing it out of, hey, this is painted
This
and
is
I can
awesome.
make marks
Yes.
on it.
Oh my goodness! It is engineered outrage. It's almost like they set up people to do something like this so they could get some sort of
Now, does that
sympathy
truck-
from the public.
Does that truck need to be a reckless driver on the road?
If they found him, what are they going to do about it?
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do about it?
Charge him with a hate
The
crime,
guy
I guess.
squealed out. What are you gonna put him in prison for it?
Don't give him ideas.
Yeah, they might.
What a world!
It's just
what
insane,
a world,
man.
A community gripped in hate.
Huh? Really? Just like with the United States being accused of downing Flight 370. My response to that is, huh? Weird. That's weird. All right. More coming up.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. The B-52s.
Oh, no. This is annoying.
This is great, isn't it? I love the B-52s.
But I do too. And,
I don't love the B-50. I was being facetious.
Oh,
there.
no, Jeffy and I actually
do. You
do.
honestly like the B-52s?
I always have.
You like their music?
Oh, yeah.
You see a faded sign at the side of the road that says 15 miles to the...
That second album, Wild Planet, was awesome. That was an awesome album, man. I played the crap
You're
out of that
speaking
album,
my
man.
language now, my friend.
Got me a Chrysler, it's as big
as a whale, and it's about to set sail.
Tell me you
That
don't
was
love
awesome.
that.
I loved them.
Got me a car, seats about 20.
So come on.
Bring your jukebox money. Now, wait a minute. Bring my jukebox money. This crappy Love Shack doesn't have a live band? What am I going to this place for? I'm going to dance to a jukebox? No. What kind of cheap bastards are you people? No. I'm sorry. I'm not going to the Love Shack.
That's
All
an
right?
interesting point you make there because,
Right?
I mean, in the video, they are playing live.
Yes!
So why is there a jukebox?
Well, they're playing for tips.
Playing for tips.
Playing for tips.
Oh, they were pioneers. That's how this started. Blame the B-52s.
I really do like the B-52s.
Yeah, me
yes.
too. I mean, they've got a lot of great songs. I mean, you got...
Oh,
don't make me pull up
Stop
their
it.
list of songs.
I know.
I mean, there's
They got
Rome. I
Love
know you love
Shack.
that one.
They got Rock Lobster.
Oh,
Great
yes,
song.
yes.
Wasn't a rock. It
If
was
you
a rock
want to.
lobster.
Thank
so
you.
bad. So
That's
bad.
good stuff.
No.
Yes.
It's not.
It was. They were dancing machines.
Here's what they say, though. They're promoting bills. These bills in the United States are promoting transphobia
Yeah.
and discrimination against transgender individuals
Right.
and drag artists.
You didn't send an image of this press release in for graphics, did you?
No.
Because there's typos that really annoy me on this
Are
thing.
there?
Yeah, it's so annoying.
We, the B-52s, you guys are still alive? That surprises
yeah,
me
they're
right there. Fred's alive? Come on,
yeah,
Fred from
totally
the B-52s?
alive. Yeah. Absolutely.
Huh. All right.
Fred's alive.
Huh.
What you mean, Pat?
We, the B-52s, are deeply concerned about the numerous new bills that promote transphobia and discrimination against transgender individuals and drag artists. See, we're trying to keep kids out of drag shows, and that's promoting transphobia.
Yes.
Shut up.
But they don't in their press release. And I was going to let you finish this.
They strongly denounce these bills and stand in solidarity with their LGBTQ plus community.
Mm-hmm. Of course, I mean, and they don't specifically name any of the bills that they're for or against. Nothing.
Because they don't know what they're talking about. That's why.
I know. It's just a generic press release. They're
just
hoping
a cry
to keep
for attention.
Yes.
Please notice us. I know we haven't had a hit since 1984, but please talk about us again.
And we are, so it worked. Congratulations. Ugh. Join us in denouncing these bills and standing in support of our LGBTQ plus community. Together, let us work towards building a society that reflects our shared being and is truly just, inclusive, and welcoming for all.
How can you be against that? You can't. You can't.
You can't.
That's what I mean.
No,
you
you're
can't
right.
be against that.
You're right. And when you're right, you're right. Are the B-52s, when was the last time they produced a record? When was the last album they did?
I don't know the answer to that.
All right.
For me, in Mesopotamia, that was a great album too, man. I love that album.
Oh, you kidding me?
Mesopotamia, Wild Planet.
man.
The Yellow album, the B-52s.
Oh,
that was
wow.
so good. Those
So
were
good.
so great.
It's like a bunch of live stuff. It looks like the last.
They were.
2008 looks like the last regular album.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. But then a bunch of live stuff.
Okay.
Since then.
Huh.
Wait.
There's a photo of the three of them, and so it looks like they're quite active now, and
I love them.
Yeah.
Are they playing live at the Love Shack there? Or?
No, they're standing in front of a Sirius XM sign.
They need to be
There they
standing
are.
in front of a tin roof that's rusted. Quite frankly.
Right.
I mean, that would be
That would make
appropriate.
sense. That would make sense.
A line that has no meaning whatsoever.
Your tin roof. Rusted. Stupid song.
No, whoa.
Stupid.
I know.
Stupid
That is
song.
such a great song.
I agree.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious? You're not just trying to piss me off?
No.
No, I'm not. I like the B-52s a lot. I always have.
Ugh.
Love them.
All right.
I'm gonna get in the truck when I pull out of here.
Are they in the Rock Hall of Fame?
And I'm gonna crank that song up.
Are they in the Rock Hall of Fame?
I bet they are.
I bet they are.
I would bet they are.
I bet they are too.
Look that up.
If they're not, that's an embarrassment.
If they're in and Foreigner isn't, oh my gosh. So
they have never. Well, this was 2016. Never been nominated.
Not even nominated.
Freaking Rock Hall of Fame sucks. Are we talking?
I'm starting to have a little bit of respect for them.
We can bring them up a week from today. In fact, right here at this time, we will have a representative on from the Rock and Roll Hall of
So
Fame.
we want to know. We got to back him into a corner about Foreigner.
Yes.
We got to back him into a corner about the 52s.
Yeah. Sticks.
Sticks.
I mean, can we at least nominate him? Boston?
Right.
Can we at least nominate Boston?
Thank you.
Tommy James and the Shondells.
There's Keith's.
The Monkees.
That's Keith's project.
The
Are the
Monkees.
Tommy James and the Shondells, the Monkees,
And the Connells.
and the Connells.
The amount of success the Connells had in Europe.
Oh, are you kidding me?
After the Ring album, and
Right.
I think in
Let
1993.
the Frenchies induct them.
You know
then.
this.
Right. So who would you like to see in the hall?
The
that's not-
B-52s.
The B-52s. All right.
That's all I care about. And Foreigner. Actually, I'm on your side with Foreigner. That's just agonizing.
How do you not?
It's ridiculous.
How do you not?
I mean, it's darn near Hall of Fame criminal.
They literally have at least a dozen top 10 songs.
Unbelievable.
And I don't know, dozens of top 40
Unbelievable.
hits.
They're still being
They
played.
sold 80 million albums.
Still being played. All the time.
They've gone from 1976 until just recently when they finally called it quits with because Mick Jones retired. I think he has some health issues. So between him and Lou Gramm both having health issues, they're kind of done now.
Right.
But I mean, that staying power means nothing. Nothing.
Ridiculous.
It's incredible.
It most definitely is.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Oh, no, wait. Willie Nelson was nominated?
Yes!
Well, yeah.
I totally missed that.
Yes!
Yeah, that was the newest list.
Last year,
I missed that.
Dolly Parton was installed
she's in
the Rock Hall of
yeah.
Fame.
Yeah.
And
this
now
guy's going to
Willie
get
Nelson.
on with us, and he's going to be like, look, I don't have anything to do with
that's what he's going to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then I'm going to hang up in his ear, right in his ear.
He absolutely is going to say that. So we need to
Slam
let
the
him
phone
get
down.
his spew out first.
Yeah.
Before he pisses us off.
Maybe
and
we
so
should
have to tell him to get
hold
out.
on a second. Hold on a second. Maybe we should just like pepper him with just like lame, like, so,
You're excited about this year's voting.
How did you get involved with the Rock Hall of Fame? Are you just into music and stuff?
Right.
Earn his trust, Pat.
Yes.
Bring him in. Let's say, so what's your favorite kind of
Are you
music?
excited about the nominations for this year?
Yeah.
Like Willie Nelson?
Yeah.
What a deserving individual he is.
After you hit him with about
Am
4
I
or
right?
5 questions like that, he thinks he's among friends, and you're like, all right, bro.
Dude.
Foreigner.
Now we need
dude.
now we need to sit down for a little business.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh,
no,
business.
not
business.
No, business.
Business. Got it. I was
No.
like, where's
I
this
don't know
going?
what he looks like. Maybe we could get to business, but for right now, it's business.
How long's he been at the Hall? It's been 20 years or something.
at least,
right?
I think it was like 30 years or something
Yeah,
on his bio.
it was a long
It's
time.
a long time, yeah.
All right. Let me tell you about My Patriot Supply. Eventually, with the way the world is going, something's going to go bad. Supply chain's going to be interrupted, and we're not going to have food in the grocery stores. And when that happens, are you going to be able to eat? Well, I'll eat a stick if I have to.
Will you?
I can put a little mud on it.
Will you?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
No, you don't want to do that. You don't want to eat it stick if you have to. You want to be able to eat delicious food that has been prepared for you painstakingly by My Patriot Supply. Emergency food. Make sure you've got at least a 3-month supply. And that's where My Patriot Supply comes in with their 3-month emergency food kit. And right now, when you order the emergency food kit, you also get $200 worth of high-quality survival gear as a free bonus. So you're going to need this gear when things fall apart. If the grid goes down and you have to fend for yourself, not only will you be able to eat, but you'll also be able to take care of yourself with this survival gear. Your $200 bonus gear comes free with each 3-month emergency food kit you order, so everybody in your family is really well prepared. Don't put this off any longer. I know you think about it all the time. Get this off your plate. Have this peace of mind. Go to mypatriotsupply.com and get free shipping too. mypatriotsupply.com. Do it now before it's too late.
Gray Unleashed.
Pat had Jules sent us his fun clip of Ronald Reagan talking about Democrats.
Yeah, I've never seen this. You think you've seen all the Ronald Reagan videos out there? This will make you feel good. It'll also make you feel really depressed considering who the president is now. But keep in mind, as you're watching this, this is September of 1988. This is at the tail end of Ronald Reagan's presidency, where the left likes to say, oh, he was mentally checked out. And he was
right.
Oh, bull crap. Compare this at the end of Reagan's term to what Joe Biden brings us today. You played the clips of Biden earlier. Compare it to where Reagan was at the end here. Oh, my goodness.
Now, with this great reception that you've given me, I have to say that there was once upon a time that to be a Republican in this area of the country,
Missouri,
felt a little bit like being Gary Cooper in High Noon, outnumbered in a big way. But I remember the story of a fellow who was running for office as a Republican, and he was in a rural area and it wasn't known to be Republican, and he stopped by a farm to do some campaigning, and when the farmer heard he was a Republican, his jaw dropped and he said, wait right here till I go get Ma. She's never seen a Republican before. So he got her, and the candidate looked around for a podium from which to give his speech, and the only thing he could find was a pile of that stuff that Bess Truman took 35 years trying to get Harry to call fertilizer. So he got up on the mound, and when they came back, he gave his speech. And at the end of it, the farmer said, that's the first time I ever heard a Republican speech. And the candidate said, that's the first time I've ever given a Republican speech from a Democratic platform.
Thank you.
That's good.
Thank you.
That's good. And you're right about the sharpness of the speech.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, you can tell he's there. He's present. He's not wandering around.
No joke.
No joke.
Don't
jump. Don't jump.
Anyway.
I mean, he
MAGA
pulled off.
Republicans are calling for defunding the police department and defunding the FBI now. That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
like
good.
That one.
Oh, yeah.
Don't jump.
Like from Georgia.
Don't jump.
Mountain.
That's why I took the most aggressive action ever in all of history in any country to take on the climate crisis by lowering your home energy bills.
Did you?
I mean,
yeah.
That's why
What about the MTG one?
Yeah.
Let's get to that. Let's do that one. Let's do MTG.
Okay. With the.
Because he thinks it's a. Here we go.
yeah, when those folks stand up there and liar, Biden's a liar. That gentle lady from the state of Georgia, Mountain.
That gentle lady from the state of Georgia.
The president is the best communicator that we have in the White House.
Frickin'
Mauser.
Mountjoy. That's so great.
So terrible.
I mean, that is
What are we
priceless.
doing?
I don't know what we're doing.
And keep in mind that speech from Ronald Reagan, which was, what were we at, 23, 25, 35 years ago. At that time, Joe Biden had already been in D.C. for almost 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, didn't he get in 72?
Yeah.
So it's even 16 years.
73, 74, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. He's
old.
Been there a long time.
As they say.
Yeah. And I remember vividly all the accusations. Guy's got Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
He's just out. He's out. He's checked out. They don't say any of that with this guy. And you've got so much more evidence of it.
Evidence every day.
Every single day. Every speech, every day. He's Mountjoy, the gentle lady from Georgia, Mountjoy. You can't just read MTG.
No.
Seriously?
The guy typing in the stuff on the teleprompter is like, yo, don't get mad at me, y'all. I don't know what I'm supposed to put in there. I put in the letters M-T-G. I don't know.
Mountjoy.
And why didn't you just write out Marjorie Taylor Greene? Why didn't you just do that?
Well, that's what he'll get hollered at.
Yeah, you will. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you will. Also, Pathead Flippant Giblets is sent this in. This is just some Friday fun. 3 guys and a hula hoop.
Oh, okay.
Look at this.
All right.
This athleticism right here. Look at that.
All right,
Look at
show-offs. You show-offs.
And
are you for real?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
all right.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
We showed him this trick.
Oh.
And, yeah.
Oh, that's what you guys were working out here in the hall last week.
Yeah.
And these guys were just taking notes.
Have you not been to a Cirque show?
Cirque du Soleil?
I've seen it. What are we talking about?
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
There it is again.
Jeffy's not impressed because he does this kind of stuff in his sleep.
Yeah.
Like, I could do that. Blindfolded even.
Jump through a hula hoop. Okay, thanks.
I'd like to see you do that.
You know what? Why don't we do that today? Riley, that'll be a social media clip we can do today.
Right.
We'll find a hula hoop, and then we'll have Jeffy just
jump through it like that.
You can be either of the 3 guys. We're not participating in this. Jeffy can just pick which guy he wants to be and replicate for us. Got that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right.
Then we had the guy who comes home to a moose in his driveway.
What a dumb animal.
Yeah.
What a stupid animal. Could have easily walked around this vehicle. Decides to take an alternate route.
Instead.
I mean,
that hurt.
Mooses are mean.
He's fine. The windshield's not, but
look at this. I mean,
I'll bet that messed up his car a bit.
Oh, yeah. It cracked the windshield. It messed up the wiper there and probably the hood. How dumb. I mean, that.
You say dumb, but mooses are mean, man.
You think he was just
those things, man.
just telling him.
Mean moose.
No, mooses.
Giving
That's
him
what I said. Mooses are mean.
Meese.
Moosai.
Moosai. That's the word. Let's make that stick, y'all. Moosai. Here comes the Twitter handles. Pathead Moosai.
Also, a train in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Is this another derailment?
So we didn't talk about this yesterday because by the time we pulled the video, we saw, it was just a rock slide. Certainly
That's why it derailed.
Yeah, no sabotage here. It just was blocking the tracks. Train hit the rock
it's
slide.
just cargo cars, too,
Well,
right?
see, now Daniel, one of the producers of the program, or as Jeffrey refers to him affectionately as one of the dingles, he was like, whoa, wait a minute. You can still sabotage a train track with a rock slide. Well, do we know how the rocks fell?
He's 100% correct.
Right. And so then yesterday in Alabama, as Jeffy points out, as the CEO for, as KJP would call it, Norfolk, Suffolk, according to KJP, was going to testify.
Hold Norfolk, Suffolk accountable.
She's done that multiple times.
So, bad. Exactly. And so then we had what happened in Alabama at the time of that hearing.
Yeah.
And out there in the woods in Alabama.
And where is Pete Buttigieg?
Where is he?
Where is he?
Where is he?
Nowhere to be found.
At the
That's where he's at.
B-52's concert.
He's right behind this truck, or this train right there. Right behind that.
Right. Behind that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that where the B-52's concert is happening, or what?
Yes.
Okay.
If you see a faded sign at the side of the road. So bad.
It's a train. It's a train.
They probably have some lyric about trains, don't they?
Wow.
Stupid lyrics. Stupid band.
Okay, you know what? You need to listen to the extended version of Rock Lobster today.
Oh, I've heard the whole 7-minute thing.
I mean, it does get a little...
You think there's a radio station that I haven't worked at where we didn't have to play it?
The long version?
Oh, yeah.
Because, it does get... Jeffy, Rock Lobster gets a little ridiculous.
Still, though, I know.
It's still good, but it's absolutely ridiculous.
Once you're in it, you're in it.
Once you're in it, you're in it.
You're just going with it.
Do you remember the $2 billion Powerball winner?
Yeah.
What was this, a month ago?
More than that. I mean, he won the. I think.
Oh, was this the one, the fraud one?
Yeah, This is the guy that. Well, I mean, he's in a. There's a legal battle going on now because there's a guy.
Why?
There's a guy that claims that this guy isn't the winner and that he is.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
He says that it was his ticket. He bought it, and that someone stole it from him.
Really?
And then this guy got it. Now,
I mean, you could claim that,
and he
every
is
time,
and he is.
Yeah.
And even the guy at Joe's Garage or Joe's Service Center, wherever it is that sold the ticket, said that the guy claiming that it's his is crazy. The lottery is like, no, we're pretty, we do pretty good vetting on who wins these tickets.
I bet they do, yeah.
We have cameras and timestamps of video and ticket sales, all of it.
Yeah.
So this is, we'll see what happens in the end. But it's still, that lawsuit is still pending as far as I know in California, this guy claiming that this guy is the false winner.
But he won $2 billion. He opted for the one lump sum payment.
No.
And he didn't even get $1 billion.
He got $997.6 million.
Wait a minute. I thought he took the annual.
Nope. He didn't take the annuity.
Okay.
He took the $997.
I remember being
almost $1 billion.
Upset that he wasn't actually $1 billion.
Yeah, because it's about
throw in a
little under $3,000 less than $1 billion.
I don't know how he can get by.
I don't know either. But he's already bought a brand new mansion.
Oh, good for him.
And he got a nice price on it because it was listed for $29.95 million. So essentially $30 million.
Wow.
But he only paid $25.5 million.
Look at that
view. Nice.
And
Wheeling and dealing.
That's a nice view until it falls into the ocean there on a mudslide.
Yeah. Yes, that could be a problem. Nice pool. It's got 13,500 square feet of living space.
Nice.
Wow.
It's got just 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms.
How big are they, though?
Probably very,
7 bathrooms.
very large.
Man, there's not a corner of the house that... there's not going to be any running in that house.
That's
Let's put it that
beautiful.
way. They got a lot of ground there covered. Ooh, look at there. That is beautiful.
Up in the hills, that's
you only
gorgeous.
pay $25.5 million. You've got about $1 billion in the bank. So I think,
it's a pretty good deal.
He's taking care of his
pretty
money.
Good deal. Yeah, I hope that he set up a nice trust to keep the house going and keep the hedges trimmed. Keep the pool cleaned. You got to do that. I see where Rush's wife just sold his dump in Palm Beach.
Oh yeah, for a record for Palm Beach.
No,
yes,
it was not. No, it was
yes,
not.
It was.
No, it was
That's
not.
what I read this morning.
Well, you read incorrectly. He sold it for $155 million.
Yeah, which is a record.
No, it is not. Larry Ellison bought a place for $173
in Palm Beach.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess the article I read was wrong.
Like I said.
Yeah. Like you said, Jeffy.
Wait, how much did the Rush Limbaugh thing go for?
$155 million.
This marks a record for the Palm Beach area.
You know what he paid for it? By the way, you know what he paid for it?
Well, one of them. It's got like
$4 million.
Well, he had 3 houses though.
But he paid $4 million for it in 1998. So was it a record or was it not a record?
This one says 155 is a record for the area.
Thank you.
It is not, though.
Thank
it
you.
is
This
not.
is the New York Post.
Case.
Not
Motion in
true.
motion.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.